We're reading Unpopular Gals by Margaret Atwood. Everyone gets a turn, and now it's mine, or so they used to tell us in kindergarten. It's not really true. Some get more turns than others, and I've never had a turn, not one. I hardly know how to say I or mine. I've been she, her, that one for so long. I haven't even been given a name. I was just the ugly sister, put the stress on ugly. The on the other, or the one the other mothers looked at, then looked away from and shook their heads gently. Their voices lowered or ceased to get altogether when I came into the room in my pretty dresses, my face lidded and scowling. They tried to think of something to say that would redeem the situation. Well, she's certainly strong, but they knew it was useless. So did I. You think I didn't hate their pity, their forced kindness, and knowing that no matter what I did, how virtuous I was or hardworking, I would never be beautiful, not like her. The one who merely had to sit there to be adored. You wonder why I stabbed the blue eyes of my dolls with pins and pulled their hair out until they were bald. Life isn't fair. Why should I be?
As for the prince, you think I didn't love him? I loved him more than she did. I loved him more than anything, enough to cut off my foot, enough to murder. Of course, I disguised myself in heavy veils to take her place at the altar. Of course, I threw her out the window and pulled the sheets up over my head and pretended to be her. Who would have in my position? But all my love ever came to was a bad end. Red hot shoes, barrels studded with nails. That's what it feels like. Unrequited love. She had a baby too. I was never allowed. Everything you've ever wanted, I wanted also. A liable action that what I'm thinking. Put an end to this nonsense just because I'm old and I live alone and can't see it very well. They accuse me of all sorts of things, cooking and eating children. Well, can you imagine what a fantasy, and even if I did eat just a few, whose fault was it? Those children were left in the forest by their parents, who fully intended them to die. Waste not, want not, has always been my motto. Anyway, the way I see it, they were an offering. I used to be given grown-ups, men and women both, stuffed full of seasonal goodies and handed over to me at seed time and harvesting. The symbolism was a little crude perhaps, and the events themselves were, some might say, lacking in taste, but folks' hearts were the right place in return. I made things, how you say that? Germinate and grow and swell and ripen.
Then I got hidden away, stuck in the attic, shrunken and parched and covered up by dusty drapes. Hell, I used to have breasts, not just two of them, lots. However, ever wonder why a third tit was the crucial test once for a woman like me? Or why I'm so often shown with a garden? A wonderful garden in which mouth-watering things grow, mulberries, magic cabbages, Rapunzel, whatever that is. And all those pregnant women trying to clamber over the wall by the light of the moon to munch up my fecundity without giving anything in return. Theft, you'd call it, if you were at all open-minded. That was never the rule in the old days. Life was a gift then, not something to be stolen. It was a gift. By earth and sea I bestowed it, and the people gave me thanks. It's true there are never any evil stepfathers, only a bunch of lily-livered widowers who let me get away with murder vis-a-vis their daughters. Where are they when I'm making those girls drudge in the kitchen or sending them out into the blizzard in their paper dresses, working late at the office, passing the buck, man. But if you think they know nothing about it, you're crazy. The thing about those good daughters is they're so good, obedient, and passive, sniveling, I might add, no get up and go. What would become of them if they weren't for me? Nothing, that's all. That's what. All they'd ever do is housework, which seems to feature largely in these stories. They'd marry some peasant, have 7 kids, and get a dutiful wife engraved in their tombstone, if any big deal.
I stir things up, I get things moving. Go play in the traffic, I say to them. Put on this paper dress and look for strawberries in the snow. It's perverse, but it works. All they have to do is smile and say hello and do a little more housework for some gnomes or nice ladies or whatever. And bingo, they get the king's son and the palace. And no more dishpan hands, whereas all I get is the blame. God knows all about it. No devil, no fall, no redemption. Grade 2 arithmetic.
You can wipe your feet on mine, twist my motives around you all you like. You can dump millstones on my head and drown me in the river, but you can't get me out of the story. I'm in the plot, babe, and don't even forget it.